with failures. I think one of the most complex things dealing with failures. There is no right or wrong answer. There is, to me, I know I'll give some examples where I have also gone through. Everybody in life, everybody is not as lucky as Sanjeev. So failures have been lesser, but failures have happened with all of us. Failures have happened, and then how do you deal with it? Two things are the manifestation of failures, which is very, very critical. One manifestation happens normally. Failures, people immediately give up. So they give up completely. So that's where the problem happens. Number two, when they give up, they go into their shells and they don't come up, they don't perform. So that is number one. Number two, people start justifying what they have done. So this is second manifestation. That's very, very bad. Actually, that's very, very sad. That I have failed. It has impacted myself. It has impacted my team. It has impacted my company. But I don't accept it. I try to justify it. So this is the second one. The third one is the best one, which is every failure is nothing but a set of learnings. Every failure, you learn a lot of things out of that. And then when you learn out of that, and if you remember, failure becomes a failure, remains a failure as long as you don't learn from this. But if you learn from this becomes your pillar of success. So these are the three ways normally the manifestation I have seen particularly it happens. So how do you deal with it? And everybody is again different. I am different, you are different, everybody else will be different. Everybody may have some way of dealing with it or some way of manifesting it. This is where leaders also have to come in and play a lot of important roles. The first one, when the person goes into the shell, and he doesn't come out, or if he comes he says, oh, my life is gone and all. This is where the motivation, this is where the hand-holding, this is where you spoke about mentorship. This becomes extremely, extremely important. And I have seen, a few days before, somebody called up and in fact, she was feeling very low. She says that I have joined. I have now superannuated already, but people still call me and she told I have joined a location, but a place where suddenly I have been made the in charge, but people around me feel that why should she be? And to my bad luck, the first decision that I took has bombed. It has not succeeded. So they have got all the ammunition to tell me that as a lady, first of all in charge, lady, and you are paid. So they stand vindicated, and that's what they have been telling. So what do I do, sir? I'm really feeling very low. So my first reaction to her was that, what have you asked yourself? Did you talk to yourself? Did you talk to whatever her name? Did you talk to her? She told, no, sir, I just thought, I have tried to do my best. And then how does it matter? How does it matter? You have now told me that it has bombed, it did not succeed, the decision that you took. What are your learnings out of that? Have you listed down that? She says, yes, sir, I thought I could have done it differently. I told, then job is done. Would you repeat the same mistake or would you repeat the same thing when you do it next? You will not, because you have learnt your lessons, you have learnt you have managed to get what are those learnings which you will be utilizing in future. So how does it make a difference? To tell you, personally speaking, I felt so good after our 20 minutes or 30 minutes talk. She was so happy. She says, sir, I think, I would have stopped taking decisions after this. But after discussing on this part, with you, I feel now I stand in a position that I can take more decisions. So that's why I told, that is what is required. One more thing also happens, let me tell you, fear of failure or one more area is there. There's something called an imposter syndrome. Normally, that syndrome is that people feel, I'm not competent. I've been given this, but I'm not competent. I'm playing something else. So what happens in that? The moment failure happens, no, this, I told I'm not fit for this job. They have given me this job, and that's why I failed. Immediate that link happens. This is something which needs to be avoided by anybody, any one of us. I always say, everybody, forget about it. If you have been given something, you are competent and you will succeed. It's made out for you. It is just go with that confidence that this job is meant for me and me only. Nobody else can do this job better.
Sometimes we watch a movie and we said, nobody else but this actor could have performed this movie. So I think that's what.
That's what. You take the case of Lagan, Amir Khan. I think the way he has made it now, we all feel only he could have done it. We don't know really, of course, if anybody. But that was the one which went into that he made it possible that he's the one who can do it. Similarly, for all of us, we have. I had a boss who used to always tell me this very good thing. Anjan, you give me any job. You give me any job. I will make it the most important job in the company. I have got that. You give me sweeping in the floor. I will make it the most important thing in life that this company cannot run unless it is swept in the morning. This is what it should be done. So if you accept that, if you really adhere to that, failures will just be a part. You may do it wrongly this time, but that is a learning. You are going to the next step again. So this is one. Second part, we thought about that those leaders or those persons who try to justify it. I mean, as a conscious leader, as a leader also, it's extremely important that this is where you have to show the mirror to them. See, everything doesn't have to be goody-goody. This is somewhere it has to be told by facts and figures. No, it has not succeeded. It could be a boss, big boss. It could be a subordinate. It could be anybody in your family. It could be your son. It could be your daughter. If it has done and the person is not learning, you have realized that he or she is not learning and trying to justify it, the mirror has to be shown. So this is, it is extremely important for a leader to know how to show that mirror. This is also very, very important.
And that's where empathy.
That's where empathy comes. You are not going to. I'm not going to show the mirror to show him the place, him or her the place. No, that's not. What is my purpose? That he or she realizes that there is an issue in this. There is a learning in this, and I must learn. I must not justify.